55 plus, Palm Beach new construction, Delray Beach, Florida. That's what we're looking at today. Today we're in one of the most sought after areas in all of Palm Beach, and we are in the community of Delray Trails. My name is Ray Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by EXP Luxury. Welcome. If you're wondering what it's like living in Delray Beach, if you're considering moving to the Palm Beach or South Florida area, and you want to ask questions from people who relocated who have actually done it before, there's a few ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. But literally two of the best ways to get in touch with us is in the description and the comments section. There's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is that'll set up some time for us to speak, either through a phone call or through a Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating here to sunny South Florida. So I'm excited to be here for a few reasons. We do a lot here living in Palm Beach, Florida. We do a lot of 55 plus new construction communities. And when we look at some of the other surrounding communities, they're a little bit more money. Here you have some place that's in Delray Trails. We have a place that is close to everything that Delray offers, which is a high-end community, and at a price significantly lower than some of the other 55 plus competition in other 55 plus communities. So the builder for Delray Trails is Lennar, and Lennar has a business model that is one where it's all, I wouldn't say quick delivery, but quicker deliveries. So if you're looking at, if your timeline is of the shorter nature, this is definitely a community I would check out if 55 plus is what you're looking for. See, here in this community, they're going to have 164 single family homes, 167 villas. The villas are over that way. Single family homes are this way. So you can tell there's a lot of construction here. This community is just getting started. They're already about a third sold, believe it or not. It's the first time I'm here. They did a community really close by called Avalon Trails, which is not even 10 minutes away. So this is sort of like a Boynton Beach, Delray feel, a little bit of a golf feel. So if you're looking at something in around the 500s, lower 500s to up to 800, if that's your price point, this is a community I would consider. Let me focus a second on location. In a minute, I'll go to the map and we'll see. I'll let you know exactly where we are. But one of the benefits to being here in this location is it's not as far west as a 55 plus community, Valencia Grande. Valencia Grande is more money also, but this is going to be further east. So you are closer to downtown Delray, and you're also pretty close as well to Delray Marketplace. Location is really nice, and let's go check it out on the map.
Where is Delray Trails? Lifestyle is waiting for you. It is in such a unique area. There's a lot of new construction in the Delray area west. More expensive and more of the new construction is out there towards Lyons and Route 441. That's what makes Delray Trails unique. And let's go to the map and see exactly what I'm referring to. So in this map portion, I'm not going to start wide. I'm going to start narrow. We're going right into the thick of things. They already have it on a, Lennar's really good with this, putting it on the Google map and so forth. Here is some of the complexes. As I mentioned, it was part of a golf course and whatnot. So that's what they bought out. Or I don't know what I mentioned, but what I will talk about later, I should say. So let's just, now I'll zoom out from here. This is where it is. And if we zoom out, you're going to see it's a lot more east. So it's right about here, right? And then everything in Valencia, everything else in the 55 plus and new construction is out this way. As a good example, Valencia Sound, a great 55 plus community. Just below it is Valencia Grande. It's down here somewhere. So in addition to Valencia Sound, you have down here a little bit south. It's called Boca Bridges, but it really is on the verge of Delray Beach. Saturnia Isles, older community on the verge of Delray Beach. Lotus Edge is in this area. So a lot of the new construction is in this area. That's what makes Delray Trails unique, especially for a 55 plus community. Valencia Grande is out there, Valencia Sound, Valencia Grande, all the Valencias. There's a lot of Valencias. GL product, they call all their community, a lot of their communities, 55 plus communities, Valencia this, Valencia K, as an example, and they just seem to get better and better, but that's all out this way. So we are here, when it comes to Valencia, Delray Trails, we are out this way. Zooming back into to Delray Trails, couple of things that you're going to want to go to if you live here. Out west, and don't want to go too far, out towards where, past over by Lyons Road here is Valencia, is the Delray Marketplace, which is a new creation because of all the construction out that way. Lots of stuff going on there, movie theater, good restaurants, and it's basically addressed the needs of all the people that are west. But for this area, most importantly, is you're close to downtown Delray Beach. All right, moving over to the to Atlantic Avenue, the Avenue as they call it here in Delray. This is the beach, and in my opinion, this beach is the best beach in Southern Palm Beach. And there's a lot there. I love to go there for the sunrises. You can get there before 8 o'clock and not pay. I will say this: one of the cons when it comes to moving to Delray Beach is that in the downtown area it is crowded. The downtown area is crowded, so it is a little bit of a challenge when it comes to parking. But it's one of the social scenes when it comes to socializing in Delray Beach. There is a lot like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is like the happening place between the restaurants and just walking the avenue. One of the only in Florida, one of the only downtowns that are actually on the beach. So the Intercoastal has a ton of stuff. Lady Delray is a nice cruise ship that you can take to. So there's a really a lot of action here. Even people I take to other communities like Lotus Palm, which is in Boca Raton, utilize Delray Beach. It is one of the highlights, one of the gems when it comes to Palm Beach, Florida.
I hope that was helpful. So one of the things that they want to highlight is and I'll stick around to the end. I'm going to focus a little bit more on the amenities aspect of this community at that point. We're also going to look at one of the models, their most flexible and their most popular model. I'm going to go in that, so stick around if you want to see that. I think it looks beautiful. 2 master suites, which is really nice. But this is the old clubhouse. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But if you're looking for amenities, like 55 plus people, generally speaking, like amenities, are favorable towards amenities. This is going to be something special. So they're going to have a big clubhouse, maybe not as amenity rich as, let's say, a Riverland or Valencia Grande, but the cost here is also very different. So if you're looking for something like amenity rich for the price, this is a community to look at and check out. Here I am at Model Row. If you come to Delray Trails, this is the single family home portion of it. They have 3 decorated models to look at. The most popular one is that one right there. I'm going to take you in there a little bit later. I really do like that model quite a bit. 3 models here for the single family. They also, on the villa, which is across the way there, they have 3 decorated models there as well. So a total of 6 models to look at. In terms of actual floor plans you can choose, there's a total of 8. Now, one day when this community does sell out, which it will one day in the near future, these will actually be homes that people will move in. They will sell these models as decorated models. There will be more money because they normally sell them with the furniture. And in general, the models are built with above average number of upgrades and all the gadgets when it comes to a new construction home here in Palm Beach, Florida. So I'm in the yard of one of the homes. This is actually the Sycamore model. It's their second largest home. Now, if you're buying in here, you're not buying for the lot. It's not, this is, as you could probably tell, it's not a lot of room back here. It's mainly about the house. This is the Sycamore. It's their second largest. I'm going to go into the Willow, which is, I like a lot. That's that next door. But one thing I want to mention is they are built on 0 lot lines. If you're not familiar with what a 0 lot line is, 0 lot line home, reach out to our team. I'd love to explain what that means, but in essence, it's like this. So I'm in the back of the Willow right now, right? So you will own this. So if this Willow right here will own this part of the backyard and all of this side yard. But on the other side of the home, they will not own the other side. The other side will be this. This is the true of any zero lot line, not just this community, but any zero lot line community. So they own from here. So this is theirs. So they own from here to there. So you basically, in essence, you own one full side and not half of each side. So that's sort of how it works. It's a 55 plus community. So the expectation is the people who are looking here are not really interested in having a big yard. The clubhouse is enormous. So that's where they expect people to enjoy when it comes to being outside, to enjoy the amenities that the clubhouse will offer. Again, we're going to circle back to that at the end of the video. I'll give you a little bit of extra of what's involved with the amenities here at Delray Trails here in Delray Beach. So let me continue with the lot stuff, the lot pricing and whatnot. So you can literally buy a lot here in Delray Trails for zero lot premium, and they go all the way up to over to close. I see one for 70 on the sheet. When you're buying here in this community, you're buying like a package. They're spec homes, so there's so the lot is sort of baked into the price. But if you're looking purely at lot pricing, 70 is about the limit. And again, some are as much as zero. In terms of the sizes of the lots, the standard lot is 45 feet side to side and about 100 feet deep. So you guys who follow the channel know that I don't elaborately go through all the miles. I like to talk about the concept of the community is overall. That's why I think you guys leave a comment down below. If you think I should do a bit more extensive model tours in my videos, let me know. I'd love to get your feedback. I always like your feedback. Even the bad stuff I like, to be honest with you. But I wanted to pick, if I'm going to pick one model to really look at, it's going to be this one. This is the Willow. It is total of 2485, so slightly under 2,500 square feet. One of the features I like about this house, it has 2 master suites or owner suites, however you want to call it, if you want to be politically correct or not. I don't know. Don't care. In any event, there's 2 here, and let me give you an idea what I mean by that. So this is the downstairs master suite. You got this here, and you got all this as your master bath. This is really good with people who have older kids. By the way, the age restriction here is 19 years old. If you have kids, as long as they're 19 years old, one person has to be 55 plus. But in terms of having kids, if they're 19 or older, they can live here full time. And so that might be an option. They have a suite. I'll go upstairs a little bit later, but they have a second master suite up there. So if you want to have separation of 2 families, this is an ideal scenario, an ideal layout for that kind of need. So this home is actually a quick delivery home that is you can buy literally right now. Not this exact home, but they have a home like this, the Willow, on one of their lots with options and with the home site premium, which happens to be 0 on that one, but they have options in there of almost 10,000. You can buy that home today for it says $743,000. That'll change because they operate from a spec home perspective. So when that one sells, there'll be more. But generally speaking, the Willow is going to give you more size compared to the other homes. It's going to be a little bit higher. And you're going to be somewhere probably in the 700,000s if you're buying in Valencia. If you're buying in Delray Trails and you're buying the Willow model here. So getting back to the outside real quick. Here's the Willow. We were outside there a second ago. No pools. There's not enough room for pools. The sales center is right down the street, is right down the way. So they have 3 models. One of them is the sales center. And I want to talk about going in independent representation. If you walk in that sales center on your own without having someone helping represent you, I think you're absolutely crazy. More on that in a little bit. They started closing on these homes November. The first person to live in Delray Trails was November of 2023. So it's been open a little bit now. And now They're a third sold, but still not a lot of people living here yet. But in any event, given the size, excuse me for a second, given the size, I expect this community to sell out pretty quick. It's a desirable area. It's a desirable area because it's close to all that Delray offers. And if you look at the comparison, we do a lot of 55 plus new construction communities. We help people in that regard. We are a lead location team at Living in Palm Beach, Florida. I look at Valencia Grand, which is about $1.5 million. If you want to go way north in Riverland, you're similar prices, but that's all the way up in Port St. Lucie. Crestwind is another community we do a lot of business in. That's in Westlake. They're around the same prices, but Westlake and Delray Trails, although they're a similar price point, from a perspective of what they are, like location, is a big difference. All right, back to independent representation. So if you want us to help represent you, there's no cost out of your pocket. It's the builder who pays us. They're happy to do so. They want people like teams like mine, like ours, Living in Palm Beach, to help you, to introduce you perhaps to their beautiful communities. They pay us. They have a separate marketing budget for it. So there's no discount for going there directly. It's the same exact price. And you get us. I have a transaction coordinating team that's outstanding, keeping the builder accountable. The other really big thing I don't think that people can appreciate, or not people appreciate as much as they should, is that if there's a new existing home for sale in this community or Avalon Trails, the builder's not going to tell you because they want you to buy their new home. We can do existing homes, so we will tell you about that. If we think there's a better community for you, like Crestwind is an example, if we think Crestwind is a better community for you, we will let you know. We can help you in either community. There's no bias when it comes to using us at Living in Palm Beach, Florida. But the trick is this: the key to it is this: we have to be there on your first visit. In order for us to help you, we have to be there on your first visit. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've gotten phone calls where people say, "Hey, Ray, we were just in Delray Trails, or we were just in Valencia Grand, we were just in Crestwind." At that point, it's hard. There's one builder, maybe a couple that I can follow up afterwards. But in general, we need to be there on your first visit, and we'll be there for you for the whole journey. Not just introducing you, but we can help you with the dialogue of a contract. Not that we're attorneys, but we've seen a lot of these. What to expect in the inspections, maybe even help you with that. We've done that. And of course, we'd like to be there and guide you all through closing. So now I'm heading upstairs to the other, a lot of these models, what happens with these models is, here in Delray Trails, is they'll have this model with one floor. It'll be called something. They'll add a second floor like this one, and then it changes the name to a different model. So that's how they do it. Crestwind does that a lot too, which is nice. So this is closed out. There's no, I asked the builder about that. Can we make that rail or anything like that? There's no flexibility, unfortunately, on that. But I'm looking at their sheet. So if you wanted their latest price sheet, let me know. I'll happily send it to you. But the sheet basically goes from $502,000 to $743,000. This is the upstairs loft, which is a nice size loft. It is a functional area because what people do is they use it as like a second living room or a second family room. Here is that second owner suite or master suite that we call. This is perfect for if you have guests. That's the other thing. We get a lot of visitors here. You get a lot of friends visiting, and this is a good way to tuck them away from you, to stay out of your hair maybe. So this is convenient. As you can see, it's like the size of a New York City apartment. It's a pretty big area. So one of the things I like is there's a couple of models here at Delray Trails that have the concept of having a second owner suite, second master suite. And I find that a lot of people do in fact like it. I find it gives you a lot more flexibility as a homeowner here in Florida. So now let's check out the amenities they have here. And I want to hear a little bit of the story here about how this whole place came to be. Here you go. You have Palm Greens. Palm Greens has a golf course. Similar to one of my previous videos I did recently, the Enclave at Sherwood Park. It's the same thing. Lennar, the builder, brought out the Palm Greens golf course, and they started redeveloping the area. This is the clubhouse right there. is the Palm Greens clubhouse. Don't fall in love with it. They're going to knock it down. One of the concessions, there's a pool back there too, if you can see it. So they have like older, this is an older, years ago older, not older people, years ago that they had this community built. So they're going to revitalize this whole thing. They're going to knock down that clubhouse, and they're building a brand new one. It's actually just broke ground recently. It's back there. Should tell you a little bit more about it. But when they did buy this land and they did buy the golf carts out, they did it, and like everything, it's like a horse and pony show here. You're trading things back and forth. And what they did was they gave some concessions for buying out the golf course. They also told them, well, if we do that and you let us do this and that, we will knock down this clubhouse and build a brand new one. And the brand new one is going to be huge. So I'm standing in front of the old clubhouse that's going to soon be gone. But let me go over a couple of things before I peek over the corner where the new one's going to be built. HOA fee. When you're in a 55-plus community, there's they do a lot. They have a lot of clubs. They have a social director. There's a social collector here. They even take suggestions. So if you have a suggestion about that, let me know. I'll let them know. Anyways, HOA fee. It's going to be, if you're looking at a single-family home, it's $411 per month. If you're buying one of their villas, it's $357 a month, which if you look at that compared to other 55-plus communities, that is very, very reasonable. Down the street, Valencia Grande is like almost twice that. But the clubhouse, when it's all said and done, when they build it, which again, they just broke ground and they don't have a date on it when it's going to be complete, but the guidance I'm loosely given is sometime in around summer of 2025 is the guidance I'm giving. That could slip, obviously, because storms and all kinds of stuff, but that's what they're thinking. They broke ground. As long as weather cooperates, in another year and a half, maybe 2 years, we'll have a brand new 27,000 square feet clubhouse here at Delray Trails. Okay, way back there, that's the structure. That is going to be the new clubhouse. They will tear this one down, the one we were just in front of. They're going to tear that one down. They're going to make that one the new clubhouse. Let me get my notes here. Bear with me on some of the stuff. I also have a sheet here. I'll show you in a minute. They're going to have a card room. They're going to have the social director, as I mentioned. They expect to have lots of clubs. They're going to have bocce ball. They have tennis. And of course, the new phase, the new trend is to have pickleball. They will have, in fact, pickleball here at Delray Trails in Delray Beach, Florida. So I mentioned some of the amenities they're going to have here. And one of the ways they keep the HOA fee low, given all that they offer, is like their gate. They're going to have two separate entrances, but they're going to have virtual gates. So as you noticed when I was doing the presentation at the beginning, that's not a big elaborate entrance. When you look at some of these other communities, like some of the GL Homes entrances, like the one in Lotus Palm and the all-age community of Lotus Palm, they spent $9 million on that entrance. So they're not, I find a lot of people, there's a certain subset of people, and a lot of them, that want to keep a lower profile in terms of the amount, the HOA fee. So they're going to use a virtual gate. So you will have security here, but it won't be a guardhouse. A guardhouse, being president of my HOA, I know how much they cost. Guardhouses cost a lot of money. And one of the ways they accomplish keeping the HOA fee as low as it is by doing things such as a virtual gate here at Delray Trails, new construction homes here in Delray Beach. Here's something that's really important. So if you haven't seen it, Ray, you should. Over there is my pros and cons of living in a 55-plus community. When you are in a 55-plus community, it's like HOA on steroids. There's extra rules. This one, from an age perspective, seems a little bit more lenient than others. I don't know exactly yet, but that's a direction I'm led to believe. But 19, as I mentioned, is the age where you can have children. So there's a lot of extra things when it comes to 55-plus communities. So I always, to guide our clients, all our people, that they should be looking at the HOA documents. It's very important. So before you move in, before you consider signing on the dotted line, which hopefully we can help, guide you as to what's important, I would thoroughly look at those HOA docs, because all the stuff that's in there for the 55 plus. If you want to know more about 55 plus communities in general and or here at Delray Trails, reach out. 55 plus Palm Beach, paradise here in South Florida.